Today has weight, not because it is special on the calendar, but because it is the only place where change can begin. The year does not improve all at once. It responds to daily direction. When you decide that today matters, the year starts to shift. Not tomorrow, not next month, it starts now. Most people wait for a clean start. They wait for motivation to arrive. They wait for confidence to show up. Life does not reward waiting, it responds to decision. The moment you decide that today sets the direction, your behavior begins to change. That change may feel small, but it is real. Real change always starts quietly. A strong year is built by serious mornings. How you begin the day affects how you think, how you act, and how you handle pressure. When the day starts without intention, the hours get used by habits instead of purpose. When the day starts with direction, time begins to work for you. Energy does not come from luck. Focus does not come from talent. Control does not come from force. These things come from preparation. A prepared morning creates a calmer mind. A calm mind makes better decisions. Better decisions shape every morning is a vote. You vote for discipline or distraction. You vote for growth or comfort. You vote for control or reaction. No one sees these votes, but life counts every one of them. Over time, those votes decide the kind of year you experience. Many people wake up already behind. Their mind rushes. Their body feels heavy. Their attention is scattered. That state does not improve by chance. It improves when you decide to take ownership of the first hours of the day. Ownership creates strength. Strength builds confidence. The morning belongs to the person who claims it. When you rise with intention, the day feels different. The air feels quieter. The mind feels clearer. There is space to think. There is time to prepare. That space gives you control before the world demands your attention. You do not need a complicated routine. You need consistency. A simple morning done daily builds more power than an intense routine done once. Discipline grows when actions are repeatable. Repeatable actions become habits. Habits shape identity. When you decide that today sets the direction, excuses lose their grip. You stop blaming the past. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You work with what you have. Progress respects effort, not conditions. A focused morning helps you remember what matters. It reminds you that your goals are real. It reconnects you to your standards. Without this reminder, the day pulls you in many directions. With it, you stay centered. The year ahead does not need to overwhelm you. It only needs direction. Direction is built one morning at a time. When mornings improve, days follow. When days improve, weeks change. When weeks change, the year transforms. Control starts internally. It starts with thoughts, choices, and actions you repeat daily. When mornings are rushed, control weakens. When mornings are intentional, control strengthens. Your future responds to seriousness. When you take mornings seriously, life responds with progress. This progress may not be loud, but it is steady. Steady progress is reliable. Reliable progress builds confidence. The most valuable habit is showing up prepared. Prepared to think, prepared to act. Prepared to stay disciplined when distractions appear. Morning preparation gives you this advantage. Each morning gives you a chance to reset, not emotionally, but mentally. You remind yourself of who you are becoming. That reminder shapes how you speak, how you work, and how you respond to challenges. A strong year is not built by pressure. It is built by rhythm. Mornings create rhythm. When rhythm is steady, effort feels lighter. When effort feels lighter, consistency improves. You do not need to change everything today. You need to decide something today. Decide to show up with intention. Decide to protect your focus. Decide to prepare your mind before the world interrupts it. That decision creates momentum. Momentum changes how you feel. How you feel affects how you act. How you act shapes results. This is how the best year begins, not with noise, not with promises. With a quiet, firm decision that today matters. When that decision is made daily, the year cannot stay the same. When you wake up early and the room is still quiet, something steady settles inside you. There is no rush, no pressure to perform, no voices pulling your attention in 10 directions. Your body feels the calm first. Your breathing slows down. Your shoulders relax. Your thoughts begin to line up instead of crashing into each other. This is not imagination. This is what happens when the mind is not under attack yet. This calm is not weak. It is strength forming quietly. Most people wake up already behind. Their first feeling of the day is stress. Their first thought is obligation. Their first action is reaction. That pattern trains the mind to stay defensive all day. When you wake up earlier, you break that pattern. You give yourself a head start emotionally and mentally. You are not chasing the day. You are meeting it prepared. Quiet time in the morning allows honesty with yourself. During busy hours, people lie to themselves without realizing it. They say they are fine when they are tired. They say they are focused when they are scattered. Silence removes excuses. In silence, you notice how you actually feel. Awareness gives you the chance to adjust before damage is done. This early time helps you reconnect with purpose. During the day, priorities get blurred. Small problems pretend to be important. Messages feel urgent even when they are not. In the morning, before the noise arrives, you remember what truly matters. Affects your energy later. Energy is not only physical, it is mental and emotional. When your mind is already tired, the body follows. When your emotions are unsettled, focus disappears. Morning quiet protects all three. It is like charging your internal battery before the drain begins. Waking up early does not mean forcing excitement. Some mornings feel heavy. Some mornings feel slow. Discipline carries you through those moments. Discipline is not harsh. It is steady. It shows up even when motivation is low. Over time, discipline creates trust with yourself. That trust is powerful. When you trust yourself, confidence grows naturally. Quiet mornings give you space to think clearly. Clear thinking leads to better choices. Better choices reduce regret. Less regret improves peace of mind. Peace of mind improves sleep. Sleep improves energy. Energy improves effort. Effort improves results. This chain starts with quiet. You begin to notice small details during these early hours. The light coming through the window, the way the air feels, the silence itself, these details ground you. Grounded people respond better to pressure. They do not panic easily. Panic drains strength. Calm preserves it. When you own the morning, your day feels longer in a good way. You are not rushing from one thing to the next. You feel present. Presence improves performance. People who are present make fewer mistakes and handle setbacks better. This habit also changes how you see time. Time stops feeling like an enemy. It feels like a resource. When time feels like a resource, you use it with intention. Intention gives meaning to effort. Meaning keeps you going when results are slow. Early rising builds mental leadership. You begin to lead yourself instead of being led by circumstances. Leadership starts internally. If you cannot guide your own habits, outside success will not feel stable. Morning quiet allows you to reset emotions before the day tests them. You may carry frustration from yesterday. You may carry worry about tomorrow. Silence gives you space to release some of that weight. When you release emotional weight, focus improves. Focus is fragile. Noise breaks it easily. Distractions multiply once the day starts. Protecting focus early gives you an advantage. Focused people move faster without rushing. They see solutions others miss. You also build patience during this time. Patience is not passive, it is controlled response. When you train patience in quiet moments, it shows up during stressful ones. Stress does not disappear, but it loses power over you. Morning quiet trains the mind to be still without discomfort. Many people fear Silence, because it forces reflection. Reflection leads to growth. Growth feels uncomfortable at first, but it strengthens identity. Strong identity reduces insecurity. When your identity is strong, comparison loses its grip. You stop measuring your life against others. Comparison drains joy. Joy fuels effort. Quiet mornings help you reconnect with your own path. This habit slowly improves self-respect. You begin to see yourself as someone who prepares instead of reacts. That image affects behavior. Behavior shapes results. You may notice that your tone changes during the day. You speak more calmly. You listen better. Calm communication improves relationships. Improved relationships reduce unnecessary conflict. Less conflict saves energy. The morning habit also affects decision-making. Decisions feel less emotional. You pause before responding. That pause prevents regret. Regret is costly. It drains motivation and confidence. Some mornings will test commitment. You may want to stay in bed. You may want to stay in bed. That moment matters. Choosing discipline in that moment strengthens willpower. Willpower grows through use. Strong willpower makes hard tasks easier later. Over time, early rising becomes natural. The body adjusts, the resistance fades. What once felt difficult becomes normal. Normal habits shape normal days. Normal days shape years. You do not need perfection. You need consistency. Missing a morning does not ruin progress. Quitting does. Progress is built through return, not guilt. Quiet time also sharpens awareness of distractions. When you start the day calmly, noise feels more obvious. You recognize what pulls attention unnecessarily. Recognition allows choice. Choice gives control. Control does not mean forcing outcomes. It means controlling effort and response. You cannot control everything, but you can control preparation. Morning quiet strengthens gratitude. When life slows down, appreciation rises. Gratitude stabilizes emotions. Stable emotions improve resilience. Resilience is the ability to continue despite difficulty. Quiet mornings feed resilience by grounding the mind before chaos appears. This habit does not promise easy days. It prepares you for honest ones. Honest days reveal strength you did not know you had. When you face challenges later, you remember the calm of the morning. That memory steadies you. It reminds you that you are capable of control. Eventually, you notice something important. The world feels the same, but you feel different. That difference is inner strength. This is how change begins. Not with dramatic moves, but with quiet decisions repeated daily. Owning the morning means owning the starting point of your life every day. When you control the start, the direction improves. The next step is learning how to prepare your mind before the world interrupts you. That preparation makes the quiet powerful instead of empty. Before the world begins to speak to you, your mind is already listening. Every sound, every message, every demand competes for space inside your head. If you do not prepare your mind early, it becomes crowded quickly. Crowded minds feel heavy. Heavy minds lose direction. That is why preparation matters more than motivation. When you sit quietly in the morning, the first task is not action. It is alignment. Alignment means getting your thoughts pointed in the right direction before they scatter. You are not trying to solve every problem. You are deciding how you will think when problems appear. The mind needs guidance. Without guidance, it follows habits formed by fear, worry, and past mistakes. Preparation interrupts that cycle. You slow down enough to notice what thoughts are already there. Some thoughts are useful. Some are not. Awareness gives you the power to choose which ones stay. Preparing the mind begins with stillness. Stillness feels uncomfortable for people who live in constant noise. That discomfort fades with practice. When stillness becomes familiar, clarity follows. Clarity does not shout. It arrives quietly and stays. In these early moments, your mind is more open. This openness is valuable. What you allow into your mind during this time influences your attitude for hours. Words, ideas, reminders, and intentions planted early grow throughout the day. Preparation means reminding yourself of who you want to be today, not in dramatic terms, in practical ones. Calm, focused, patient, responsible. These reminders act like mental anchors. When the day pulls you emotionally, those anchors hold you steady. You do not need complex routines. Simplicity works best. A few minutes of focused thought does more than an hour of scattered effort. Quality matters more than length. This preparation also involves honesty. You acknowledge areas where you feel weak. Ignoring weakness does not make it disappear. Awareness allows improvement. Improvement begins with acceptance. The mind also carries leftovers from yesterday: frustration, disappointment, doubt. Morning preparation gives you a chance to release some of that weight. You may not remove it all, but you can reduce its influence. Reducing mental weight improves decision-making. Decisions made under emotional pressure often create regret. Regret drains energy. Energy is needed for progress. When you prepare your mind, you choose responses instead of reactions. Reactions are automatic. Responses are intentional. Intentional responses protect dignity and direction. This preparation time is also where discipline strengthens. You practice directing attention instead of letting it wander. Attention is a skill. Skills improve with repetition. As you guide your thoughts, you begin to notice patterns. Certain worries repeat. Certain doubts appear often. Recognition weakens their power. Thoughts lose control when they are seen clearly. Preparing the mind also involves feeding it useful ideas. Simple reminders about effort, responsibility, and patience. These ideas act as mental tools. Tools make work easier. You are not forcing positive thinking. You are choosing better thinking. Better thinking is realistic and constructive. It focuses on what can be done now. When the world interrupts later, interruptions feel less aggressive. You expected them. Prepared minds are harder to disturb. This habit improves emotional control. Emotional control is not suppression. It is understanding emotions without being controlled by them. Morning preparation creates space between feeling and action. That space is powerful. In that space, wisdom operates. Without space, impulse takes over. Prepared minds also recover faster. When setbacks happen, you do not collapse mentally. You pause, adjust, and continue. Continuation matters more than perfection. Over time, you notice your confidence improving. Confidence does not come from loud thoughts. It comes from quiet certainty. That certainty is built in moments of preparation. This practice also sharpens focus. Focus is not intense effort, it is steady attention. Steady attention produces consistent results. Consistency builds trust with yourself. Self-trust strengthens motivation. Motivation becomes internal instead of emotional. When your motivation comes from inside, external noise loses power. Opinions matter less. Pressure feels manageable. Preparing the mind also improves patience. You become less rushed. Rushed minds make poor decisions. Calm minds see options. Options create flexibility. Flexibility reduces fear. Fear limits action. Preparation expands it. This mental preparation does not isolate you from reality. It prepares you to face it better. Reality does not become easier. You become stronger. As days pass, this habit changes your inner voice. The voice becomes supportive instead of critical. Supportive inner dialogue. Resilience is not toughness. It is the ability to continue calmly. Calm continuation wins long term. Prepared minds also sleep better. When the day ends with fewer regrets, rest improves. Rest improves mornings. Mornings improve days. This cycle builds gradually. You may not notice change daily. You notice it monthly. Reactions soften, focus sharpens, energy stabilizes. Eventually, you realize that preparation has become natural. You begin guiding your mind without effort. Effort shifts toward meaningful work. Meaningful work feels lighter. Light effort lasts longer. Longevity matters more than intensity. This habit protects you from burnout. Burnout comes from constant reaction without recovery. Preparation is recovery before stress. Prepared minds also handle success better. Success can distract as much as failure. Preparation keeps ego balanced. Balance improves judgment. This is how you stay in control without force. Control through awareness, preparation, and discipline. The morning is where this control is built. Not through pressure, but through intention. The next part will show how planning your day with clear priorities turns preparation into action. Once your mind is calm and prepared, direction becomes necessary. Calm without direction may feel good for a moment, but it does not move life forward. Direction gives purpose to calm. Direction turns inner readiness into real progress. This is where planning your day with clear priorities becomes essential. Many people move through the day reacting instead of deciding. They answer messages, respond to problems, handle interruptions, and by night they feel exhausted but unsure what they actually achieved. That exhaustion comes from effort without focus. Focus begins with deciding what truly matters before the day begins. A planned day does not mean a rigid schedule. It means clarity. Clarity removes mental pressure. When you know what deserves your attention, the mind relaxes. Relaxed minds think better. Better thinking leads to better choices. Every day offers more tasks than time. This truth never changes. Because time is limited, choice becomes critical. Planning forces you to choose. Choice creates discipline. Discipline protects progress. Without priorities, everything feels important. When everything feels important, attention scatters. Scattered attention weakens results. Clear priorities gather attention into one direction. Planning your day is about protecting your best energy. Energy is highest earlier in the day. If that energy is wasted on small or unimportant tasks, meaningful work suffers. Planning helps you reserve energy for what moves your life forward. Urgent tasks often shout the loudest. Important tasks speak quietly. Without a plan, loud demands win. With a plan, important work receives attention. This habit reduces stress in a powerful way. Stress often comes from not knowing what to do next. When the next step is clear, stress decreases, calm increases, action improves. Planning also reduces mental fatigue. Every decision uses energy. When you decide ahead of time, you save energy later. Saved energy improves patience and focus throughout the day. A planned day feels lighter even when the workload is heavy. Lightness comes from certainty. Certainty removes hesitation. Hesitation wastes time. Planning also strengthens self-respect. When you follow through on your own decisions, trust grows. Trust in yourself is a strong foundation for confidence. Confidence does not come from feeling good. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Daily planning creates opportunities to keep those promises. Clear priorities also help you say no without guilt. When your time has direction, unnecessary requests become easier to decline. Protecting your time is not selfish. It is responsible. Responsibility is the foundation of progress. Progress does not happen by chance. It happens by design. A simple plan is more effective than a complex one. Complexity creates pressure. Pressure leads to avoidance. Simplicity encourages consistency. Choose a small number of priorities. 1 to 3 meaningful tasks are enough. Completion matters more than quantity. Finished work builds momentum. Momentum creates motivation. Motivation created by action lasts longer than motivation created by emotion. Planning your day also improves emotional balance. When unexpected challenges appear, you adjust instead of panic. Panic often comes from feeling unprepared. Prepared minds respond calmly. Calm responses preserve energy. Preserved energy supports persistence. Persistence is the quiet force behind success. Loud effort fades quickly, steady effort lasts. A planned day also helps you manage time realistically. You stop expecting too much from a single day. Unrealistic expectations create frustration. Frustration reduces motivation. Realistic planning creates satisfaction. Satisfaction encourages repetition. Repetition builds habits. Habits shape identity. Identity influences behavior. Behavior determines results. Planning also creates space for rest. Rest is not weakness. Rest maintains strength. Without rest, discipline breaks down. A balanced plan includes work, reflection, and recovery. Balance supports long-term consistency. This habit also sharpens focus during work. When you know why a task matters, concentration improves. Improved concentration reduces mistakes. Fewer mistakes reduce frustration. Reduced frustration improves confidence. Confidence improves communication. Clear communication improves relationships. Planning your day is not just about productivity. It improves the quality of life. It teaches patience. Some goals require time. Planning helps you accept progress instead of rushing results. Acceptance reduces anxiety. Reduced anxiety improves health. Planning also improves awareness. You notice how you spend time. Awareness creates accountability. Accountability strengthens discipline. This daily practice trains leadership. Leadership begins with self-direction. Those who lead themselves well influence others naturally. Internal order reflects even when days do not go as planned, the habit still works. You learn to adjust without quitting. Adjustment is strength. Over time, planning becomes automatic. You no longer force it. Discipline feels natural. Natural discipline frees mental space for creativity and learning. Learning keeps the mind sharp. Sharp minds adapt faster. Adaptation keeps progress alive during change. This is how control develops, not through pressure, but through clarity and consistency. Your mornings set this pattern. Your plan guides your actions. When days are guided by clear priorities, weeks improve. Improved weeks create productive months. Productive months shape meaningful years. This is not about perfection, it is about direction. Each morning you plan, you strengthen responsibility. Responsibility builds maturity. Maturity improves judgment. It affects every decision you make. Better decisions lead to better outcomes. This is the quiet power of planning. It does not seek attention. It produces results. The next part will show how morning discipline carries this focus through the entire day and protects it when energy drops and pressure increases. Morning discipline is not about excitement. It is not about feeling inspired or energetic every single day. Morning discipline is about stability. It is about creating a structure that supports you even when motivation is low. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays when feelings change. That is why morning discipline is the foundation that carries focus through the entire day. When the morning begins with order, the mind feels settled. You are not rushing. You are not guessing what comes next. That calm order creates a steady inner pace. A steady pace protects you when pressure increases later in the day. Pressure always comes. Meetings, problems, noise, delays, and unexpected responsibilities are normal. The question is not whether pressure will appear. The question is whether you are prepared when it does. Discipline prepares you in advance. It builds strength before strength is required. When you wake up at a consistent time, your body adapts. Energy levels become more predictable. Predictable energy improves focus. Focus reduces mistakes. Fewer mistakes reduce frustration. Frustration is one of the biggest drains of daily energy. Morning discipline also trains your attention. Attention is pulled in many directions during the day. Messages arrive. People speak. Tasks compete. If attention has not been trained early, it gets lost easily. Training attention in the morning makes it stronger. Strong attention resists distraction. Resisting distraction protects progress. When you start the day with small acts of discipline, you send a clear message to yourself. You say that your life has direction. Direction builds confidence. Confidence built this way is quiet. It does not need approval. It does not depend on praise. It comes from self-respect. Self-respect changes how you move through the day. You make better choices because you value your time. You value your energy. You value your future. Valuing these things makes it easier to stay focused when temptation appears. Temptation shows up in many forms: comfort, delay, entertainment, avoidance. Without discipline, these pull you away from what matters. With discipline, you notice them without following them. That pause is powerful. In that pause, control exists. Morning discipline also reduces emotional swings. Many people feel confident in the morning and frustrated by afternoon. Discipline smooths those swings. It creates consistency in behavior even when emotions change. Emotional consistency improves decision-making. Decisions made calmly are usually better. Calm decisions reduce regret. Regret drains mental energy. Less regret means more clarity. As the day moves forward, energy naturally drops. That is normal. Discipline compensates for that drop. You rely less on feeling ready and more on doing what you planned. Planned action keeps momentum alive. Momentum is fragile. Once lost, it is hard to rebuild. Morning discipline protects momentum early so it can survive later challenges. This discipline also strengthens patience. Patience is tested when results take time. Discipline allows you to keep going without immediate reward. Over time, delayed reward becomes acceptable. That acceptance builds resilience. Resilience is the ability to continue calmly. Calm continuation beats emotional bursts. Emotional bursts fade quickly. Calm consistency lasts. Morning discipline also improves how you respond to people. You listen better, you react less. You choose words carefully. Controlled communication preserves relationships. Preserved relationships reduce stress. Reduced stress improves health. Health supports consistency. Consistency supports progress. This habit also teaches responsibility. Responsibility means owning your actions regardless of circumstances. Discipline removes excuses. Without excuses, growth accelerates. As discipline carries through the day, you notice a shift in identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries. You begin seeing yourself as someone who follows through. That shift changes behavior naturally. Follow through builds trust with yourself. Trust builds confidence. Confidence strengthens effort. Morning discipline also improves time awareness. You become conscious of how minutes are used. Conscious time use reduces waste. Reduced waste increases satisfaction. Satisfaction does not come from doing more. It comes from doing what matters. Discipline helps you choose what matters. This habit also supports learning. Disciplined minds learn faster. Learning keeps the mind sharp. Sharp minds adapt better. Adaptation is necessary because days rarely go as planned. Discipline allows flexibility without losing direction. You adjust instead of quitting. Quitting often comes from emotional overload. Discipline prevents overload by creating structure. Structure does not limit freedom, it creates it. Without structure, days feel chaotic. Chaos drains energy. Structure restores it. As this discipline becomes routine, effort feels lighter. What once felt hard becomes normal. Normal behavior shapes. Long-term results come from daily habits, not big moments. Morning discipline also improves rest. Consistent mornings lead to consistent nights. Better rest improves recovery. Recovery supports effort. This cycle strengthens over time. You wake up steadier. You move through the day calmer. You finish the day with fewer regrets. Fewer regrets improve sleep. Better sleep improves mornings. The cycle continues. This is not about perfection. Some days will feel off. Discipline does not demand perfection. It demands return. Return to the habit. Return to the structure. Return to the plan. Returning builds resilience. Resilience builds strength. When discipline carries through the day, you begin finishing tasks you once avoided. Completion builds momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief makes future effort easier. Over months, this habit reshapes your life. You feel more in control. Not because life is easier, but because you are stronger. Strength built through discipline is quiet. It does not seek attention. It shows in results. This is how mornings shape years. Quiet decisions made early protect effort later. Carry this discipline forward. Let it support you when energy fades and pressure rises. Consistency will do the rest. Let me leave you with this thought, and I want you to hear it slowly. Your life does not change someday. It changes the moment you decide to stop delaying who you are meant to become. Most people are not short on potential. They are short on commitment. They are short on discipline. They are short on the courage to do the simple things every day when no one is watching. You already know what to do. You do not need more information. You need a stronger decision. Every morning you wake up, life is asking you a quiet question. Will you live on purpose today, or will you drift again? Drifting feels comfortable, but it is dangerous. It slowly steals your time. It slowly steals your confidence. And one day, it steals your future. Discipline is what saves you from that slow loss. Discipline is not punishment. It is protection. It protects your dreams it protects your future from excuses. It potential from regret. You do not need to change everything at once. You just need to stop breaking promises to yourself. Start small. Wake up with intention. Control the first hour of your day. Do one meaningful thing before the world demands everything from you. That single decision, repeated daily, will change how you see yourself. And once your self-image changes, your results must follow. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It is dependable. There will be days when you feel tired. There will be days when progress feels slow. There will be days when quitting feels easier than continuing. Those are the days that matter most, because every time you choose discipline on a hard day, you separate yourself from the majority. Every time you act with purpose when it would be easier to delay, you grow stronger. Every time you keep going without applause, you build real confidence. Success is not loud in the beginning. It is quiet. It shows up as habits. It shows up as consistency. It shows up as self-control. And one day you look back and realize something powerful. You are no longer the person who used to wait. You are no longer the person who hesitated. You became the person who followed through. So do not waste tomorrow. Do not waste this year. Do not waste the gift of another morning. Start today. Start now. And decide that from this point forward, your life will be lived with purpose, discipline, and self-respect. Because when you master your morning, you master your days. And when you master your days, you master your life. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and never forget, your future is built by what you do next.